Odie Sports Info here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this reel because y'all know Odie keeps it real. Yeah, you guys. So let's do this video real quick, right? Because we knew the narrative was going to happen, right? This is why Earl Spence Jr., he said, like a few months ago, yeah, it was my bad. It was my bad. Now we're gonna keep everything behind closed doors, even though that was supposed to be, what they were supposed to do from the jump, right? But now the rumor is out that basically Terrence Crawford is trying to overprice himself, right? I'm hearing $20 million with a 50% of the pay-per-view buys. This is what Terrence Crawford wants, right? But according to Bob Arum, he said that they only wanted $10 million. Right? So which one is it? And we already knew that this was going to happen, right? If you guys been paying attention to the channel, which I know you have, I've been saying this for the longest, man. This is just another Al Heyman playbook. This is just what Al Heyman does. This is just what he does. And we already knew that it was going to happen, right? We already knew that it was going to happen, that they're going to say that Terrence Crawford pricing himself out of the fight. It's the same old bullshit, man. Same bullshit. Same bullshit, man. And it's pathetic at this point. We all want to see the fight, right? Yeah. So it don't matter. Pay the man what the fuck he want. Pay Earl Spence what the fuck he want. And let's get this fight going. If y'all really want to see the fight, money shouldn't be an issue. Right? Pay these two guys what they want so we can get the fight. Period, point blank. It shouldn't be no excuses. It shouldn't be, well, Spence, he did this. Well, Spence did that. He should be. I don't give a fuck what Spence did because I know that Al Heyman lying about his pay-per-view numbers. I know that. Anybody with common sense should know that. Anybody with common sense should know that. But the Earl sexuals, they not living in reality. They live in Oz. These people literally live in Oz. And I be trying to tell people that they not living in reality. They live in delusional land. Right? These are the same people who think that Al Heyman got the best interest for black fighters. You living in delusional land if you think that. Right? You really living in delusional land. No, Al Heyman, he favor Hispanic fighters. Right? That's why he's willing to offer Canelo $100 million. But if it come down to Terrence Bud Crawford, who was the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, right? Like $20 million is pricing himself out. Even though I don't think he even asked for that fucking much money. It's just a lie. It's a tactic to get Earl Spence Jr. up out of this fight, right? Now they didn't leaked it out. They leaked it out to the, to the cult member channels. Hey, y'all go and run with this narrative. Go and tell your subscribers this narrative. I know how fucking Al Heyman do. He been doing it for years, the same shit. For years. Now he done leaked out this rumor. Like y'all go out there and y'all say that Terrence Crawford, he been pricing himself out, right? He want 20 million with a 50% pay-per-view, right? Y'all go out there, y'all say that, right? Man, but even though I just played y'all an interview the other day with Derrick James basically saying that they're gonna that they're gonna lowball the nigga. So which one is it? See, this is just the narrative it's I never seen a fan base try to protect a fighter before in my life. I never seen no shit like this in my life. Earl Spence Jr. signed up to be a boxer. Put his ass in the ring. Why is this protection agency for this dude? He signed up to be a boxer. Now y'all want him to just avoid Terrence Bud Crawford, but at the end of the day, hey, it's not going to hurt Crawford, right? It's not going to hurt Crawford legacy. He already been undisputed. Earl Spence Jr. trying to get like Crawford. So if you don't fight him, who is it going to hurt? It's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your legacy. So you better make sure this shit is done, Earl. You better make sure it get done. Because if it don't get done, it's going to fuck off your legacy. Right? You're going to be the only one probably in this era who haven't got 4 belts. Right? Shakur Stevenson, he on his way to 4. Devin Haney, he on his way to 4. Right? Jermell Charlo, he already got his 4. Crawford already got his 4. Come on, bro. You going to be left the fuck behind. Right? Looking stupid out here. That's why I read y'all that article the other day when he said, but Felix Trinidad, De La Hoya, and Floyd Mayweather, they was never undisputed. So I don't think that will, define my legacy. Yes, it will. This is the 4-belt era, bruh. This is the 4-belt era. You got to try to clean out your division. If you don't do that, like you half-assed. Josh Taylor did it. Usyk did it. Inoue did it. Right? All these fighters have did this shit. So if you want to be considered one of the greats, you're going to have to at least try it. And if you avoid this fight, it's going to fuck off your legacy, bro. Like, you think your fans going to be able to save you? Bro, your fans are not going to be able to save you from the onslaught of criticism that you're going to take, bro. They can try to defend you all you want, but the mainstream media is going to be on this. ESPN, right? All these sports channels, they're going to be on this. And they're going to trash your ass, Spence. So you better make it happen, bro. You better make it happen. And stop these rumors. Right? Because we know they just flat out lies at this point. They trying to make Crawford seem like he wants to price himself out of the fight. Right? That's what it's all about, man. And it's sad and pathetic that they leaking out this shit. That Al Heyman, he leaking out this shit. Because I've been said it, right? That he don't want to lose the Texas market. Right? He don't want to lose the Texas market. So they have to put on this persona. Earl Spence Jr. talking tough. Derrick James, the turtle, he talking tough. Right? The whole time they know that they're going to lowball the hell out of Crawford. Then they're going to put out in the media that Crawford tried to overprice himself. Easy peasy. It's how you get up out of a fight. It's not that hard. Right? And then with the delusional ass fan base that Earl Spence Jr. got, they're going to cover his back. They're going to cover his back up until the mainstream media get a hold of it, and then they're going to destroy Earl Spence Jr. for not fighting Terrence Bud Crawford. destroy him, especially after his career over. Oh my God, he better fight him, because after his career over, he's gonna get called all type of cowards and trash. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. Mark my words, like, people switch up on you fast. Spence, he should know that. People switch up on you fast. Yeah, they can be, they can be your friend one day, then the next day they can hate your ass. Shit, you better ask Keith Thurman. Right? One day they can be your friend, they can be supporting your whole career. The next day they can be trashing you and making video after video after video trashing you. And that's a fact. So, hey man, like, I just wanted to just, address this real fast, because I already knew it was going to come, right? Man, if you know the Al Heyman playbook, you already know what he's going to do before he even do the shit. I mean, before Al Heyman even do the shit, I've been called this shit out, right? I said, man, like, they're going to say that, that Terrence Crawford, he overpriced himself or something like that. They got to get up out of this fight some way, somehow, because they don't have confidence in Spence of winning the fight. And they can't risk those 3 belts against Terrence Bud Crawford, who's a fucking free agent. They can't do it. Al Heyman is not stupid like that, right? But the narrative, I knew it was on, because I seen it on Fanon, a video, and I seen it on the BFTB, right? Like, they pushing it. They didn't got leaked this information from Al Heyman in the PBC. Hey, y'all go out there and push, but that Terrence Bud Crawford, he want $20 million, right? He overpricing himself. Right? Come on. Then you keep on telling these delusional ass boxing fans on their channels, you keep on telling them that same shit, they gonna believe it, right? I mean, they don't do no damn research. These people can't even go on Google and click a fucking button, man. It's pathetic. Literally pathetic. So they all got to be kids. These got to be kids or something, right? Because they can't be adults, because a real adult man would be like, no, I think he lying to me. So let me go and check this out for myself, right? So they got to be kids. The people that's on their channels be kids, right? Who don't know nothing. Age of disinformation. Yeah, like they don't. I'm gonna salute to you too, JD. Yeah, like the age of disinformation, like they like being lied to, right? They like to hear a story. And if the story sounds good, they believe the story. They just like to believe in stories. Bob Miller now pair rocks to spit. Exactly. Like, bro, like, oh man. But we knew it was gonna happen, you guys. Right? Like, we already knew what they was gonna do, right? Because they can't risk it. So they got Earl Spence Jr. out here talking tough. They got the Turtle out here, he talking tough. We're talking about that switch hitting don't mean nothing. It's like, bro, it's only shit. Like, it's only really 5 in the history, right? That's really, great like that, right? That's Marvin Hagler, right? Because I looked them up earlier. Marvin Hagler, Terrence Bud Crawford, Prince Nassim Hamed, Andre Ward, Tyson Fury. That's it. That's all. Marvin Hagler, Terrence Bud Crawford, right? This is on the list right now, but we already know Jerron Boots Ennis, he can do it, right? We already know Jerron, he up there. He gonna be in there in a minute, right? And got Hagler, Terrence Crawford, number 2, Prince Nassim Hamed, number 3. It had Tyson Fury, number 4, Andre Ward, number 5. Top 5 best switch hitters in history, in boxing history. Right? See, like, people, they forget that Tyson Fury, he can switch too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people, they forget that Tyson Fury, he could go southpaw. Right? You feel what I'm saying? And if you looked at Prince Nassim Hamed, shit, I done went back and looked at some of his fights. That dude was unbelievable. He just was too flashy. That's what got him knocked out, being too flashy. That's it. That's all. But the man was incredible. James is a clown. Oh yeah, man. Like something wrong with that dude, bro. Like it's like, but switching don't mean nothing. Man, man, if Earl Spence Jr. could do that, bro, you would be praising the hell out of that shit. But James is a clown. Now he on the southpaw like Crawford, touch jabs with Spence. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Like he already know that Earl Spence isn't gonna have no jab advantage. Right? And plus, Earl Spence Jr. don't even have an accurate jab anyway. He has an active jab, but it's not accurate. He has a very active jab, but it's not an accurate jab. And you could go and look back at all his fights. He don't really have no accurate jab. It's very active. Yeah, he keeps pawing it. Yeah, he keeps pawing it, but he keeps pawing it at the same pace, in the same speed, in the same tempo. And that's going to get Earl Spence Jr. ass knocked out. You can't, I mean, come on, man. You got to change the levels on your jab. You got to change the speed on your jab. You got to change the power on your jab. You just can't just throw the same jab at somebody. Look at Earl Spence Jr. fights. He throw the same jab, same jab, same jab. And it comes the same way. And it's like, bro, okay, you gonna throw that at me. You gonna continue to throw that same jab at me all fight. And you think I'm not gonna counter you? Of course. That's why Kell Brook was countering the hell out of his ass over his jab. Right? Sean Porter was even able to counter over his jab. Sean Porter. Because he throw the same rhythm jab. And he does the same thing. Paul, body shot, body shot. Paul, body shot, body shot. Paul, body shot, body shot. Try to put a shoulder on you to keep you on the ropes. Body shot, body shot. You know, then he switched positions. Then he body shot. Man, like Spencer does the same thing. It's like, bro, you gonna continue to do that? That's why I see why Bo McNeil, why they say he basic. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like he does the same thing, you know, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. He wants to force it to work. It's gonna work. It got to work, right? But stuff like that is gonna get him knocked out against a dude like Terrence Bud Crawford. Man, because you're gonna come in with that same jab, he gonna counter over that jab. You're gonna try to throw something else. He gonna throw an uppercut, right? Because he gonna. But me, I could see Crawford stopping Spence with a body shot. This is what a lot of people don't even understand. It's like I can see him stopping Spence with a body shot. One of those body shots he caught Ndongo with, right in between his punches. Right? Shit, Ndongo was swinging with Crawford, and Crawford caught him with a body shot right in between that and dropped him. And I think that's what's going to happen in the Spence fight. Because if you know, Ndongo was a southpaw too. Just like Earl Spence Jr. So, hey, y'all, we going to see what's going to happen, you know. But the narrative already started, and we already knew it was going to start, right? So, it is what it is. You know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'm gone, you guys.